How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another XRP update. In today's video, I'm going to look for potential bottom for you guys, going to look at some bullish patterns, but also the probabilities of going down further if things don't turn around for it, and the rest of alts. So yeah, stay tuned. Thank you for the continued support on the channel. And what I can see at the moment for XRP, off of this low, moved up into new all-time high, $3.41. So we're basically tapping into an area that has not been tested in 7 to 8 years. So it just makes sense that it slows down and it corrects. Let's talk about that more later on. At the moment, we're looking for where it can bounce from to stop this dip and head to further new all-time highs. And I'll give you more specific bullish targets very soon once I've shared all the key levels of support. So at the moment for XRP, we can see in the past, this area has been used $2.02 to $2.15 as a level of support. It was not where it's currently bounced from today. That's on the level above the 618 and the 65. So you can see these fib levels are valid. You can see in the past over here, it was maintained a good few times. We actually tapped into it here as well, where the 100 EMA was on the 786. Yes, with that bounce, we didn't actually continue higher. We're now bleeding down, filling in the wick. This is what I was actually suggesting in my Bitcoin updates. I haven't made an XRP update since that capitulation day. But even that bounce is not good enough, guys. I've drawn the levels of support, but there are also key levels of resistance going forward. So I'm going to mark them out for you. And while XRP is trading underneath these levels of $3 to $3.20 here, and the levels of previous support, and you can see resistance here with that capitulation day, it had pumped but failed to close above this area of $2.67 to $2.72. So even though we're bouncing today, we can see we've now got this bearish cross. We've got some bearish crosses here as well. And we're just pumping, having this relief rally and moving up into resistance. Even if XRP closes back above $2.55, it's still got $2.67 to $2.72. Breaking above that, and all the EMAs would assume that this is all bullish. But you still have further resistance up until $3 to $3.20. Which could then lead to a rollover, so this being a lower high. So even if we start pumping over the next week or so, week and a half, it could still develop into a head and shoulders pattern, just like that, with this lower high. Here's the left shoulder, here's the head, here's the right shoulder. There is that risk, of course, since Bitcoin is weak, since Bitcoin is trapped under all those levels of resistance as well. So it's not something that's wrong with XRP itself. It's to do with Bitcoin, and that just affects the market in general. So if I were to zoom out more, now this is where we start looking at those bearish probabilities. So I don't want this to go down. I don't want any cryptos to go down. I want the cryptos to go up. But I'm just going to show you some things. So this is a Fibonacci pattern that goes back to July 2023 down to July 2024, 1 year. And of course, it's been almost another year since that bottom over there. So we're in 2025, 2 years old fib. And we have actually met all the targets coming back up into $3.20. We actually tapped in a little bit higher simply because it was the all-time high from 2017. So many years ago, guys. 7, 8 years we're talking about. And also, the more I zoom out, there's another Fibonacci going off of the previous bull market top in 2021, back in April at $2, all the way to the bear market bottom. So this is how you would get future bull market targets when XRP does so. And the first 2021 Fibonacci from 4 years ago has been met. So it's a 7-year resistance. It's a 4-year-old target, the very first, and it's the final target out of the 2023 2-year-old fib. All of this is just saying This key level is resistance. To assume it will break through it like butter is silly. A correction is needed. A correction, not necessarily the bear market. Okay, guys? A correction for now at least. What does it need to do to invalidate further downside? It needs to reclaim those red levels that I shared with you today, guys. So let me just share them once again. We need to see XRP above $2.55, $2.70, $3.15, let's call it. So it's a lot of work to do, and it's mainly Bitcoin that needs to do that work. XRP will pump if Bitcoin pumps. So it really is on Bitcoin to do that hard work. So keep your eyes on both charts. I would suggest keep your eyes on the YouTube channel, turn on the notification bell so you're kept well updated. Also my Twitter as well, as you can see in the bottom left corner. If you want further exclusive access to myself morning, day and night, check out the Discord. I do not want this to roll over, but there is that risk simply because it's a multi-year resistance. Many macro targets are multi-year macro targets are getting met, but this is not where I think the top is, because getting out of this correction, no matter how deep it goes down, even if we pump and roll over a bit more and fill in that 200 EMA coming back down to there. Look, guys, it doesn't need to get down there. I'm just making you aware at the moment it's not looking good with how deep you dip. Lower highs are highly likely. We're in a situation where the probabilities are higher for something like this. If we break those resistances, then the probabilities are very low. But right now, with this dump that we've experienced, this capitulation, that lower high risk is very, very high. You must understand that. This is not my thoughts. This is just the rules of trading and chart analysis. So we want that higher low. We want that higher high. And then we can look at these as future targets. Up at $4.30, $4.80, $6.30. That sounds like a good area to take profits. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share. Hopefully Bitcoin can wake up and reclaim those key levels. Otherwise, I will be bringing another update. If Bitcoin is failing to break through those key levels, the next update, we might be lower. And I don't want that to be the case. Let's see Bitcoin now next week reclaiming those key levels and XRP following suit. But you heard it here first, guys. This pump up could definitely be a trap just due to how deep we've come down. It just makes it so much harder for it to climb back up and break those key levels, because it needs to climb up so much, and then it's going to surely at resistance lose some steam, and that's already lower than the last, for example. So we really need Bitcoin to wake up here. And if you want further education, check out the links in the description.